So in Loadrunner, we have the 5 components in Loadrunner. What are there means virtual user generator and controller and agent process and load generator and analyzer. Using these 5 components only we can do for our end-to-end performance testing. So means first will be our business flow will be there. Business flow nothing but already I explained. So for example, we are booking for the flight booking means what things we can do. We can launch the application and after that log in to the application. After that we need to click on the flights button and after that we need to select for the source and destination or departure city, arrival city. We need to select that one. Means we need to finding the flight and after the find flight what we need to do, we need to payment details. So each and every one we can consider as a transaction. So is a flight booking is our business flow. This business flow we need to record using for the virtual user generator. Once you can record that script and you are able to see the code will be generated. Okay, going to the controller nothing but if single user point of view only we can do further in a virtual user generator. But as a performance testing means we need to execute with the multiple users. Like Facebook is there, so day to day is the users is increasing. So we need to do for the test means we need to do for the number of users point of view 1 lakh 2 lakh 5 lakh users point of view we need to test that application. So we can't do for the virtual user generator more than 5 or 10 users. So that is why what we need to do, we need to like in controller, using the controller we can design the scenario number of virtual user point of view and we can execute the test. So going to the agent process. So what is the agent process? Nothing but it is the establish the connection between controller to load generator. So means some connection will be happen. That is why the request will be going to the controller to load generator. That is the agent process. So load generator nothing but it will be generate the load against the application. Analyzer nothing but once your test is completed, you need to analyze the results like launch how much time it is taken, login how much time it is taken. So you need to analyze the results means you need to okay give for the what is the analysis part you want to see. For example, this is the business flow, launch, login, payment and bills and logout. This is our business flow. So we recorded this business flow, we are executed with the 1000 users, then we are getting for the 1000 users average response time will be 1.3 seconds, 1.28 and 1.2. So like this how you need to see means using for the analyzer tool we need to analyze the results and to find out for the any bottlenecks. Bottlenecks nothing but already I explained. For our terminology we can call it as a bottlenecks, but it is a bottleneck nothing but it is issue or it is defect or error, so we can call it as this type. But in our performance testing language we can call it as a bottleneck. So what is the analyzer means we can analyze the results to find out the bottlenecks. So yesterday I explained for the Loadrunner architecture. So you can see Loadrunner architecture, we have the views and controller analyzer. I told for this is the 3 components. And using this controller, we are executing for the multiple user point of view. So controller to it is you are going to give for the request to LG. LG is nothing but load generator. How it is happening means AP nothing but agent process. So means some establish the connection between controller to load generator. Which one? Agent process. Means you are doing for the login. That login you can click on login. Then it is going to the request through agent process going to the LG. LG will be send this request to web server. Web server will be sent to the application server. Application server will send to the DB server. So once you can request is sent, it will search for the username and password. Okay, it is a username password will be there. Then what will happen? This request to response will get for the response, right? This response will send to the DB server, send to the application server. Application server will send to the web server. And web server is sent to the LG. LG will be sent to the finally controller. So this round trip of request and response, we can call it as a response time. Means one transaction. So going to here, you can observe each one is a launch is a one transaction. Means it is a you are clicking for the launch. So it is a how much time it is taking launch. How will you are calculate means you are clicking the launch for here controller. And the request is going to the LG. LG will be going to the web server to application DB, and it will search the data. Okay, it is working fine or not. Okay, it is fine. The URL is opening fine. The page will go into the next page. Then what will happen? You will get for the response. Okay, you can go to the next page. You can go to the next page. So this round trip of request, we can call it as a response time. So this is the each and every transaction response time. So launch response time, login response time. So major our work will be each and every transaction. When we are executing with the multiple user point of view, we are meeting for our SLA or not, we need check. SLA nothing but actually UNOS will be SLA will be 2 seconds. So we need to check for the each and every transaction. So transaction nothing but launch is one transaction, login is one transaction, and payment is one transaction, and bills and logout. So everything will be one transaction. So each transaction, actually our SLA what I told 2 seconds. So you need to check
2 seconds.
for the 1.3, 1.10, and everything will be we are getting for the within 2 seconds. Then you are good for the test. So miss, so like this, we need to analyze the results and we need to send this report to the client. Okay, we are executed 1,000 users. All transactions we are getting for the within 2 seconds. Then we are good for the test. So we need to send the report to the like this. Maybe if anything issue means we need to check the debug the issue. Like it could be server side problem, application side problem, DB side problem, network issue. So we need to dig that issue. So this is the using these 5 components we can do for the end-to-end testing like this. Okay, it's fine, everyone. Loadrunner architecture and components. So these are very basic questions. That is why every day I am explaining. So once we are entering for the scripting, right? No, I'm no need to repeat again. Okay, but now we are in only for basic, right? So everyone is good for basic. That is why I'm every day I'm explaining this all things. And now we need to do for the performance testing means we need to follow the some PT life cycle. Nothing but performance testing life cycle. Using these 10 points, we need to do for the if anyone asks for the what is the PT life cycle or what is your roles and responsibility or which process following your organization. So we need to give for this answer. POC nothing but proof of concept and non-functional requirement gathering and test plan and test data preparation and workload model and script recording and enhancements, design the scenario and test execution and result analysis and reporting and recommendation and risk and mitigation. Means once you are get for the project, you need to start from there. So maybe if it is a new project, then you need to start from there. Maybe it is already existing project, you need to start from here. Means already everything will be requirements and all things we have, then you need to start from here onwards. Like we need to do for the where we can do scripting and recording enhancements, we can do for the user and design and scenario and exit test execution we can do for the in controller. Result analysis and reporting recommendations, these all things we can see the analyzer. So
Analyze.
based this year onwards, we can start our project when it is a new. Okay. So going to now, I will explain for the one by one. Proof of concept. See, proof of concept, nothing but actually when we can go with the proof of concept, like, so if it is a brand new project, we don't have like anything, like we don't have any which tool we need to use. It is we can use for the web protocol. We can so mean we don't know about the business flow and we don't know business architecture. Then you need to prepare for the POC because it's a very new project. So now only okay, we are joined for our company and we got for the new project. Okay, client told us actually I don't know for this performance testing point of view which tool you need to use, I don't know. Which protocol you need to use, I don't know. So how many laborers finish this project, I don't know. So you need to prepare one POC and you can send to me. Then he will ask. Then what we need to first thing, you need to prepare the POC. Mean you should understand the first will be application architecture. And we should understand the business flow of the application. So what are the business flows we have? You should understand the business flow, and we should understand the which tool we supposed to buy, like it is a Loadrunner or JMeter or Neoload. And you should buy the protocol, web protocol or any other protocol you need to buy. You need to check that, and based on that, you need to find okay, I will use for the Loadrunner and protocol is a web protocol. Then what you need to do means you need to simple business scenario. You need to take for the one simple business scenario and you can record the script. And after recording the script, you need to like execute with the minimal users, like 5 to 10 users. Then you are getting for the results like this. So once you are executed 10 users, you are getting for the results like this. Okay, launch this seconds, login, payment, logout. This will be it is taken. So you need to report to the client. Okay, I executed for the 5 to 10 users, minimal users, and I use it for the Loadrunner tool. So protocol will be web protocol. So I got for the results. These are the results. Means we'll send. Okay, he will see. Okay, we are getting for the within 2 seconds only. We are getting response time. Okay, you can start your testing with the Loadrunner tool and web protocol. So then he will give for the final thing. So that is the POC. Got it, everyone? So going to the next second point, non-functional requirements. So non-functional requirements, nothing but, so if it is a brand project, a new project, so we need to build like this. Maybe it is already existing project. We need to ask from the client this all details, like what are our critical business transactions. Critical business transaction means what is the critical business transactions means in this application, any application will be there. Most number of users accessing that transaction, we can call it as a critical business transaction. And average response time. Average response time is you are executing for the 1,000 users. This is the average response time of the 1,000 users. So you need to ask for the what is the launch average response time or SLA. What is the SLA? What is the login SLA? What is the payment SLA? What is the bills? What is the logout SLA? You need to ask them and you need to gather this average response time of each and every transaction. And after that, peak hours and off peak hours. So what is the peak hours? What is the off peak hours? Means, see, for example, Facebook application will be there. So after 5 o'clock evening, so what will happen? Everyone will be free. Maybe someone is coming to the office, someone will be coming to college, and everyone will be free and everyone will be used for the Facebook. So means after 5 to night 10 o'clock, these are the very peak hours. So means what will happen? Application will be load will be more. But going to now morning 6 to 10 o'clock or up to 5 o'clock will be very less load because everyone will be busy. Okay, most number of users will be not use that application. So that is we can call it as off peak hours. So example, banking application will be there. You can observe in banking. So in Mondays and Tuesday, up to Monday, Tuesday will be, Wednesday will be very people's customers will coming to the very more. But compared to the next Thursday, Friday will be very less. So we can consider as those days will be peak hours and those days will be off peak hours. And which pages are mostly accessing the users, like for example, Facebook application will be there. So we need to launch the application, login, and after that upload video, download video. Means this all will be everyone will do, right? So comment they are doing and sharing the videos and post. So everyone will do. So those we can call it as a most access users for the. Apart from this, we need to gather for the CPU memory. So your example, you are testing with the 1,000 users. You need to ask for the them. What is the CPU and memory? CPU is told as a 4 GB and memory is told as a 20 GB given. So you need to ask for them and you need to gather these all details from the client. So what are details we need to gather from the client? CBT, critical business transactions, average response time, and peak hours and off peak hours, and which pages are mostly accessing the users. And apart from this, OS level 3 statistics like CPU and memory utilization. So, okay, this is a good. So client, everything then he will provide this all things. Maybe sometimes what will happen means client also doesn't know because he also don't know for performance testing point time what is the CBTs he don't know, what is the response time he don't know, what is the peak hours, off peak hours, and what is the CPU memory, he don't know anything. So at that time we can consider as a three cases. One is for the client doesn't know application and application is production. Production nothing but it is application will be live. means it is everyone will be using. So client doesn't know application, but application is production. Then what we can do means using for the production logs. We need to take for the production logs, and we need to get for the our non-functional requirements, like which URL it is taking number of times using for the users. You need take for the, okay, we observe for the 5 to 10 URLs we are observed for the in the production logs. So number of users will be accessing these URLs, means those are will be our critical business transactions. And we need take for the historical data of the last 1 year. We need to analyze the what is our CBTs and what is the each and every transaction response time. We need to do for that. Okay, this is based on that we need to gather from the non-functional requirement when it is application is production. Okay, application is production, then you are using for the production logs, you are getting for the non-functional requirements. But this time what will happen, client doesn't know application, and application not in production, means this time is the application is not in production, means there is a product, our URL will be, our application will be not in production, means it is not in live. So at that time what we need to do means we can do for the using for the internet traffic monitoring utility alexa.com as a competitor, competitor nothing but, for example, we are doing for the HDFC Bank is our project, because already we know for the ICICI Bank will be there. So our HDFC Bank is what is the competitor of that means ICICI Bank. ICICI Bank we know for that all the transactions, because this is the banking application, that is the banking application. So transactions will be, everything will be same. So using that competitor, we need to gather our non-functional requirements. Like okay, ICICI Bank details, we take that one. And I will show you using the one site will be there, alexa.com. Using that alexa.com, we need to find our non-functional requirements and in which state, which country is, which one is important. So I will show that. So you can open this site. You're able to see the each and every one application, what is the that application. Okay, everything we are able to see for that by ranking ways. Also we need to see global rank, how much. See alexa.com, this is the alexa.com. So this is the found by 1996, and you can observe global rank this one and country rank this one, and you are able to see for the all that bounce rate and total visits, means how many number of users is visiting this application. 1.2 millions application they are seeing, and how many pages per visit, 1.58. Average visit duration. See, similar ranks visited by the different sites. And you can observe here total visits, and with the graphical oriented it is showing for the defense March how many number of users will be access this application, and April, May. So it's like country wise also, how many number of like percentage persons using for this application we are able to see. So you can observe more than USA only, most of the all countries it is more than 17.25%. Remaining will be less. Going to the second place will be India. See age distribution means which age to which age numbers are seeing for this application, which how much percentage, 18 to 24 only this month, 25 to 34, 39.23. So any of the application you need to open through alexa.com. So so if you want any one of the application, if we want to see for that application, what are the things we need to observe means you can see this. And some maintenance is going, so that is why we are not getting proper. We are retrieved also to enable after that declare that helping can reach out digital audience. Okay, some maintenance is going. So for using this Alexa.com, we need to take further our how we are seeing the right Alexa.com, what is the results and how many number of users accessing. So based on that, you need to check that means you can check for the, for example, you are doing for the HDFC Bank. So what is your competitor? ICICI Bank. So you can go to the Alexa.com, you need to check for the ICICI Bank details, like how many number of users accessing. In India, how much percentage, and other countries, how much percentage, what is the right. So based on that, you need to gather from the non-functional requirement. And going to the final one. Client doesn't know application and application not in production and no competitor. Means we don't have any competitor also this time. So means HDFC Bank will be there, but we don't have any banking application to find out for our non-functional requirements. So at that time, what we need to do is that will be actually is a traditional business. The traditional business we need to convert to for the online business, and we need to ask for the direct to the customer, like how many number of users coming to the directly. Then they told as a actually is 3 lakhs, 5 lakh users will coming to the directly, he told. So in the 5 lakh users, how many members are online registered users? We need to ask for them. So in that 5 lakh users, will be 10% of the 5 lakh users. 5%, 5 lakhs will be 10% means how much? 50,000?
50,000.
Is correct? So means 50,000 users will be registered users for the online application. In that 50,000 users, how many regular users? In the 50,000, 10% users will be regular users. Regular users means every day they are coming and they are giving for the online orders. So in 50,000, 10% means how much?
5,000.
5,000. Is correct?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
in 5,000 users will be regular users. In the regular users, 5,000 users, how many daily users? In that 10% is the daily users. Means how much? 500 users.
500.
So after that, after that, how many active users? For this 500 is the 10% is the active users. Then finally will be 50 users. Means
50.
you find for the okay total application every day is active users will be 50 users. So based on those statistics, we need to get from these details from the through this using these 3 kinds of the application. So it's interview point of only this here onwards it will be important up to this, but real time we are not to do because maybe it is a new project also we can do, because in my IT experience in out of 10 years, so I didn't done these things as of up to this. But because maybe I'm a luck, I didn't get chance to work on new project, I didn't get, that is why I'm not done. Maybe it is a new project, then you need to do. So that is the point of view I told for this, and as a interview point of view will be must will be asked for these questions. Okay, so everything is a client to know, then you will give for the non-functional requirements. That is fine. Maybe client doesn't know, then what is your approach? So interview questions. And maybe application is production, then that is fine. If it is application not in production, then what is your approach? Maybe if the application is not in production and you don't have any competitor also, then what is your approach? So this type of questions will be asked. That is why I explain these questions. Okay. Once you can go through material and you can read, then you will be understand, okay, what is these points. And going to the next thing, test plan. Now we are gathered for the all non-functional requirement. These all we gathered through maybe it's a client, or if it is a client means not there means we using these three parameters, we find this all things. Then what we need to prepare the test plan. So what is the test plan? Test plan is the one of the roadmap. For example, you are doing for the any kind of, for example, tomorrow I'm going to the Hyderabad to I travel from Vijayawada. So what can I do? Directly I will go. Before that, I need to plan, right? So, okay, I will book the ticket Saturday, and timings will be okay, early morning hours. And once I went for the Vijayawada, I want to visit for the Kanakadurga, okay, temple. And after, so means one plan. So we are doing for the one plan. So same way you are doing for the performance testing also, we need to do for the test plan. Like what is our object, what is our scope, and what kind of testings we need to do, what is our entry criteria, what is the exit criteria, what kind of testings we need to do, what are the scenarios we need to test, and what is the test deliverables. So these are all things we can mention the test plan document. So test plan document is a very important. So you need to like mention for the what are the things you need to do, what is the prerequisites, and what is the hardware configuration details like CPU and memory utilization, how much, everything you can mention. And this once you can prepare this test plan, you need to send for the approve point of view project manager. Then he will approve, then you need to start your testing. So we need to prepare for the workload model. Workload model, nothing but just you need to prepare for the sheet. See, in workload model, nothing but before doing for the testing or scripting, you need to prepare workload model, because serial number, nothing but serial number, and scenarios means what are the scenarios you are doing. The average response time. Otherwise, we can give it as a load. Transactions. And after that, average response time. Average response time. After that, we have the some think time. Pacing. So, for example, one scenario is a first scenario. For example, our flight booking is our scenario. Flight booking. Okay. In the flight booking, so you are testing the number of users load will be 1,000 users. So transactions will be, what are the transactions we have? Launch, login, and
Find it.
click on flight,
Flight.
and find flight, and after that payment and logout.
Log out.
So these are the transactions. So each and every transactions is a 2 seconds already I told, right? Our SLA. So you need to give for the SLA. We are giving for the SLA only. Okay, and think time. Think time means already in script we are able to see for the think time means every transaction will be 10 or 15 seconds. This automatically happen. So you are giving some think time. And pacing means pacing is nothing but after delay between the iteration. Iteration nothing but launch, login, and click on flight, find flight, payment, logout is completed. Again, doing for the launch. So in between this launch, we can call it as a pacing, a delay between the iterations. So in pacing, I'm giving for the 10 seconds for the each iteration. Then no need to give for the each transaction, only iteration. So means you need to prepare like this. Maybe this is the one scenario. Next scenario, what? Maybe cancel ticket. So based on that, you need to give for these parameters, and in cancel booking, you are executing with the 500 users. and cancel scenarios, what are things you need to, what is the our SLA and everything you can mention. So means what are the scenarios or project, your everything you need to mention this document. This document we can call it as a workload model document. Got it? So test date and nothing, but we have the username password, right? We want to give for the number of users, like 1000 users, 200 users, means we need to prepare the username and password. So up to this is we are finished. So tomorrow onwards will be your start with scripting and recording announcements in the vUser. So up to this, anyone have any doubts regarding this? So only today only up to this only description classes. Tomorrow onwards everything will be in our tool based only.
Sriram,
Yes, please.
once again explain about think time and pacing.
So I will explain later that will, because so just in workload document point of view I explain. We have the some different class will be there, think time pacing. Okay. Yeah. So if anyone have any doubts regarding anything, or we can go to close. I think
Fine, Sriram. Sriram, please share recordings.
yeah, I will share. I will share every day. I will recording share in our group. Okay, no worry about that. Maybe if anyone not subscribed, right, you can subscribe because you will get for the notification once I upload for the video. Okay. Thank you for joining, everyone. We'll meet for tomorrow same time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Sriram.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 Yeah, bye.